Is Teams recording?
No, Teams not recording.
Oh, you're. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am recording to .mov files, which are the best thing to do if you do crash, because they stream to the file rather than streaming to memory and then saving that to a file when you're done. Yeah. So it should be retrievable.
That's good.
Good.
I love that confidence. Should be.
I always use that word. Should.
Well.
At work, people like to use the term ideally. It would ideally be over here. That means they're never going to commit to it. Ideally. Okay, so with my hops component, we're going to call this component np add matrix. I'm going to do this really quick, guys, okay? I'm going to fill in all of this shit. I'm going to get rid of the icon. We don't want that. Our inputs are going to be two sets of hops numbers. They're going to be called matrix 1. I'm going to duplicate this variable across all of these things. This is purely for recording because we've only got really 5 minutes to go because I have to call someone after that. And our output is going to be called matrix 3. Why not? Now, in our add matrix function, we're going to have two variables. We're going to have M1 and M2. They're going to come in as, I think, lists. Do they talk about list access? They really should. Okay, so built into this, we need to also give this an argument. I'm going to go steal this argument from on internet. We've got to change this so these are list access, but we'll do that after my GitHub thing runs. So these are going to come in as lists, so we don't have to do any of this splitting, and we don't have to do any of the conversions to floats because we've defined that up here as a hop number, right? So that all disappears. The array then becomes M1 and M2. Now we should also probably send the dimensions, but we'll do that as hard-coded to begin with, and we'll fix that up in a sec. Is that recording? Yeah. Then our result, we can just return that as a list of lists. Let's just see. Let's see if we just give the result as a return function. See what happens. So we might not even need pandas. Boop, 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 boop. I have to run the command prompt. Again. CD, go there, Python, set Flask environment equals. Really? Yep. Python, Flask, Py. Pip install ghops sever. Let's run that grasshopper.
Wait, do we need that to elaborate on the server or not?
You will need to install this on Python anywhere in your environment.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Name hops is not defined. Where did I do that? Ah. Jesus, something wrong with their GitHub page. There's actually a problem in it. We should mention that to them. Module is not callable. What the hell? Or have I? Didn't do this. Okay, cool. So we want this. Turn off caching. We want to use this endpoint, which is np add matrix. Whoop. That's going to contact the server, and the server is going to return back those. Right? You guys have seen this, right? Were you going what because it did that? No. Then look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is going to break a little bit because I need to go do this other thing. So that's broken because what it's doing is it's sending each one as a single request. So I have stored away in my Fenrir. So what you need to do to change that. Inputs. Here we go. Access equals list. Oop. He does explain this in that video, but it's not written anywhere. So when we go grab, normally when the inputs aren't working properly, you do have to do that again. Doop. Doop. Now we're getting a nice error saying objective type ND array is not JSON serializable. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So I'm just going to do list. Actually, how about we do, what did we have there before? I can't remember anymore. Let's just do list np.flatten result. Done. Damn. NumPy flatten. Ah, okay, fair enough. Result dot flatten. And then we'll just turn that into a list. Just to make sure. Save that. Go. Another error. I'm going to import one more thing. Import JSON. JSON.dumps. Let's just bring that back as a string. I've done it because it's a, it might be because it's wanting to return a number. Let's return that as a string just to make sure. I'm gonna try get you guys some code later today that looks good. Come on. These classes used to be 5 hours, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. And now they're 3. Because uni is cheap. Like,
Andrew,
yeah?
are you like just memeing of TensorFlow being impossible? Like, do you think it's actually doable with POPs or no?
Oh, it's totally doable. And I'm not memeing. Like, I'm being serious. Like, if I think that it is challenging enough that if you can somehow get your Python Anywhere server to run a TensorFlow function, like the question is, you know, what is a TensorFlow function? It's a very broad function. So yeah, you're gonna send me that stuff.
Yes.
I'll give you a HD if you can get it working.
TensorFlow is a really powerful AI package.
Yes, but it is also quite complicated.
You gotta do it by
compared
Thursday.
compared to OpenCV and what's that called? Meshwig? Yeah, much better, actually.
Cool.
So Andrew, should I just like sort of give up on what my problem is because I have no idea what it is?
Give up on what?
You know the thing that wasn't working and couldn't get working.
I'm gonna get it working with you via email. Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna send it to me. I'm gonna work out what's wrong on my computer because my computer doesn't have a firewall. So, like, if you upload that to GitHub, send me the GitHub repo. I'll get it working.
Because I've like used someone else's code and it still doesn't.
Right. So we'll get it working. Boop. Oop, I crashed. How did I crash it? Did it work? Ooh, it worked. But, okay, cool. Check this out. So, it's actually running. See how I've got this matrix here and here? And if I change my number, see how it's adding 1 to 5, 2 to 6, and so like 2 to 2. Actually, how does that work? 2 plus 2 isn't 6. Oh, is it? What? It feels like it's doing it the other way. Yeah, it's doing it in a weird order, but it's working. Yeah? No, it's adding the first one and the first one. It's just giving you the first number, then the third number, then the second number, then the fourth number.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
That's better. That's better. It was just my flatten function being a bit weird. So here we go. So it's doing those ads, and it's working. Bloop. Now we need to add. I'm going to add some extra some extra variables to define the dimension of the matrix. But look, that is a simple instance. Like I did this in like about 10 minutes compared to doing it with vanilla Flask. So Hops is making it a lot easier for you guys. That's what I need you to do this week for your function. I did it with NumPy add. I need you guys to do it with Fuzzy Wuzzy or Pandas or TensorFlow or CV or Pill or Pillow or whatever, right? Pardon? You're doing Beautiful Soup? Cool. That's really cool. That's good. So, look, I just want to point something out to you about, so if you're using requests or Beautiful Soup or something like that, you're not going to be able to do that on Python Anywhere unless you're paying for it. Because in theory, if Python Anywhere let you, as a free account, connect to another internet web page, then you can build like spam bots in Python Anywhere for free, if you think about it. So you can pay $5 this month to get it to work. Pardon? Yeah, there's a bunch of whitelisted sites that you can use if you want. Martin knows what's going on. So did you hear that? Check out the Python Anywhere whitelisted sites for the free accounts. Those are the only websites that you can web scrape with Beautiful Soup. Cool? I'm going to make a phone call. See you guys. Email me if you have problems, which means I expect everyone to be emailing me.
Thank you, man.
No worries.
Not good.